Hello, everybody, and welcome to our Before the Bell session. Before the Bell in 3D. This is week 20, 2023. That is May 15, 2023, and my name is Jose Blasco. I will be delighted to conduct the session today and go over what's happening in the market so we can prepare for the week ahead. As you can see on the left side of your screen, you can see here week 20, 2023. What you see here on the left is our newsletter that we publish. You can subscribe to it on our website. You can also find it as the 3D weekly market commentary on LinkedIn and subscribe to it. You will receive, apart from the newsletter on LinkedIn, you also receive it in your inbox. And what I'm going to do today is utilizing real-time charts, do the same market analysis that we have in the newsletter, which is a very strong preparation for the week ahead, given the fact that our weekly market commentary focuses on 5 key markets in 3 dimensions. The 5 key markets are the S&P, largest equity index in the world; crude oil, largest energy market; gold, largest metal; US dollar, largest currency; and bakkt Bitcoin, which is also the largest crypto or digital asset. So with that in mind, we're going to start with the S&P, and I'll start slow. I'm going to cover the 3 dimensions, which are the climate, the UFOs, and the expected moves. Those are the 3 dimensions. And we're going to start by looking at auto climate, which you could see on the bottom part of the screen. The S&P is in a down climate. So the climate, as you can see, we have a little bit of a cloud. So it's rainy, if I may say it this way. So statistically speaking, that market is more likely going to go down than going up. But of course, this has a direct impact and a direct reaction to where the on-field orders are. On-field orders equals UFOs. UFOs equals flying saucers on the chart. And we can see that the sell orders are quite far up. And therefore, we may need to see the S&P rally to 4258 before we have a significant move to the downside. At this moment in time, we do not have sell on field orders, even though we do have a down climate. So, of course, because the climate is down, we may have sell on field orders added, and in an hour or two, so we get to see a red UFO on the screen. That is to be seen as we speak, as we are connected live in the session today. We don't have that yet. So, again, a little bit of note of caution. The climate is down climate, it's rainy, so the market is supposed to fall. But given the fact that the sell UFOs are located at 42.58, we may need to have a rally before that drop. And if the market was to drop, actually, we also have buy on field orders at 40.39.5, which is this particular UFO here at 40.39.5, which is also a bit low. We are kind of, if you wish, right in the middle, in no man's land, between the red UFO and the green UFO. Okay. Anyway, so I will not be surprised to see a change of climate, and tomorrow the climate is blue because of what I just said. Okay. Now, speed of movement, expected moves. This is extracted from the implied volatility on the S&P 500 options. So we take the implied volatility values, we reverse engineer the pricing models. This is obviously an oversimplification of what we really do, but I guess it does the work to explain how we come up with this number, which is 44 points, either up or down in one day. That's what expected given the prices of the options. In a week, we expect 97 plus points. In a month, a little bit over 200 points. That's the size of the move, the expected range, the expected price movement expected during that time. Again, this is not understood by looking at the price chart and doing technical analysis. This is actually done by looking at the options prices, which we don't see on the screen right now because I am not looking at options prices. But by getting those prices, we can, given the fact that the more people pay for the options, it means that they expect a greater move. And the less people want to sell the options for is because people are expecting a lesser move. So the prices of the options are, in a way, very powerful way, by the way, telling us what to expect from a size of the move point of view. Anyway, so I took a little bit of time here to review the S&P. I'm gonna fly now through crude oil, gold, the dollar, and as well as the Bitcoin as a cryptocurrency. The next one in line is oil. As you can see, where earlier in the day, actually, if you look at the screenshot, you can see how earlier in the day oil was going down, and we had a green UFO there waiting to be kissed. Okay, that UFO is located at 69.84, and notice what just happened. So the market went inside the UFO. Notice how the green color turned into olive gray now, because we are reacting to that UFO, and that crude oil market is now showing movement in the opposite direction, which is up. So again, the screenshot that I showed you was taken at the very beginning of the day, Asian times, which is the very beginning of Monday everywhere in the world, isn't it? And you can see here the importance of those UFOs if you are new to this. Now, having said that, I will not expect this market to go to the moon, because we are dealing with a down climate. Auto climate below shows red. So statistically speaking, odds are that the market will continue moving lower. We are in a cloudy climate, rainy situation, and therefore, the moment we reach 71.34, which is close by, 71.34 is right there. The moment we rally just a little more and we get into this red UFO, I would expect a movement to the downside as a continuation of the climate, and that potentially could be a powerful move to the downside. Speed of movement to be expected at a rate of 1.65 points per day, or 3.63 points per week, or 7.56 points a month. This is extracted from looking at WTI futures options, crude oil options. And we do the same thing we did with the S&P. We reverse engineer the pricing models to come up with those figures, which are, again, a very powerful calculation. Gold is the next market that I'm going to address. So let's load gold real time on TradingView. So here is gold. The market is loading. Here we go. So we got buy and sell on field orders here. The climate is red, so it's a down climate. So again, when looking at the newsletter, if I scroll down, we're gonna see a little cloud, isn't it? So down climate. We have on field orders located at 2028, and buy on field orders located at 1942.5. So we can see that 1942.5 for the buy orders and 2028 for the sell orders, and we can see how gold is trying to rally, but of course, the moment it gets into this red zone, probably gold will start going down, which will probably impact the climate that will keep propagating to the downside. A normal thing to happen based on statistics is to have a duration of the climate of number 5. As you can see, we are still with number 2, so certainly we can have a strong push to the downside on gold. If we have a push of this magnitude, we may get to the green UFO, and from there, likely going back up, okay, but not yet, okay, not yet at this moment in time. So speed of movement, looking at options on gold futures, we understand that given their implied volatility, that the expected move is 22 points a day, 48 plus points a week, 100 over points a month, either up or down. This is speed of movement, remember. Direction and turning points, it's climate and UFOs. Speed of movement of volatility, it's what I was discussing now. The US dollar is the next market that we are gonna look at, loading it here, and a very powerful move to the upside with here in the prior few days. The climate is blue, so we have a little bit of sun instead of a cloud. If we look at the climate for the dollar index, right, we have a sun. And the thing is that the sell and field orders are quite far away, so we may actually have a continuation of this climate, even though this climate, if you look at max distance statistics, this climate suggests that 1.15 on the extension, on the price extension of this market is a 2-standard deviation, and this market has already reached 1.25. This long blue week on the climate, 1.25 basically puts us in a situation where, statistically speaking, we went too far too fast. We are talking about a non-sustainable, statistically speaking, situation, but while it's non-sustainable based on stats, the fact that there is no red UFO until we get to 103 may create a significant move to the upside on the dollar index like we've seen before in other cases. And if that's the case, we may get to see many more clouds on all other markets that are traded with dollar, like gold, like the S&P, like oil, and all those markets may need to fall because the currency they're priced in rallies. So again, a very interesting time to see what's going to happen and take advantage of those trading opportunities. Again, 103.89 for the sell on field orders, 101.63 for the buy on field orders. Speed of movement expected to be at a rate of 0.52 points a day, 1.13 points a week, 2.33 points a month. So if you think about it, it would take 1 month to get to from 102 something to 103, almost 104. It's like, statistically speaking, based on those volatility calculations, should be 1 month's time. But again, all those calculations, which are extremely relevant as a reference, they end up meaning nothing unless you have UFOs that back that particular market condition. And in this case, we don't have it because the red UFO is very far up. So again, we're gonna get to see if the buyers of gold or the buyers of dollar are taking profits and they bring it back down to the green UFO, and therefore from there potentially back up again, or it's just gonna keep rolling and rolling and rolling just because no one is selling until we get to 103 plus. So something to observe because it will unlock opportunities out there in the markets that we trade. Bakkt Bitcoin is the next market in line. Let me load the chart here. Here we go. We have the chart of bakkt Bitcoin trading at these particular levels as we speak. We are in a down climate with the bakkt Bitcoin. Okay, down climate. Okay, cloud, right? And sell on field orders are located a little higher than what they were last week, 29,432, and the buy on field orders are located exactly in the same location. To be honest, this market, apart from one interesting push last week, has been, like basically doing nothing for a while now. After we had this significant move up, then not too much has been happening. So, we are in this down climate, so it's more likely for this market to go down than up. And if it does, we expect it to go all the way to 24,800, which is where the next pocket of buy orders are located. Expected move 1,000 over points a day, 2,000, almost 500 points a week, 5,000 plus points per month. That is the expected move given the implied volatility on Bitcoin. So that's what we need to deal with. And if you are new to what we do, if you are watching this video for the first time, live or recorded, so let me welcome you to our community, and maybe this 3-pillar explanation will help you understand a bit better what we do. In a nutshell, we are a trading technology company. It's all about intelligent technology. Everybody uses the term AI these days. Of course, it means many different things depending on the application. Certainly, we have very intelligent tools, in our pocket, and you guys can go ahead and subscribe to it if you're not yet. So you can use them in your trading, combine with your methods, or use by itself. All of this is to your discretion. Having said that, to help you understand better the use of it, to help you understand better how trading works, to help you understand and explore alternative methodologies, we have a collection of courses, and of course that will give you knowledge, but knowledge without practice, it's nothing. So then with the coaching sessions where we do live trading on our website, so we connect together, right, and with the practice and the application, so the knowledge becomes a skill, you have the tools, the skill, you are all set, isn't it? Economic calendar for this week, very simple one. Really, I would point at some key components here, like the GDP in Europe, retail sales in the US. Of course, that's going to be probably a relevant number given the panic out there in the world for months now, where everybody is so concerned about inflation. And so again, retail sale is not directly related to inflation, but it has a lot to do with it. So a very important number to watch. Unemployment change in Australia, of course, also very important, but really, as always or almost always, the US news are going to be the most impactful ones. Okay, the list is here for you to read. I'm talking about reading our book, Mystery to Mastery series. In case you have not read it yet, you should. The book has been designated #1 new release in Amazon in 3 different categories, and it's available on paperback format as well as ebook format. And in ebook, it sells as low as $3.88. Paperback, I think it's a little less than $20. And the book comes, as you can see, with a red tag here. The book actually comes with a free course as well, and therefore you also have access to our UFOs for 3 months, and that is free with the book. So again, very good way to get into trading, to do the right thing, to approach trading professionally instead of a little bit of a gamble. I'm not saying that's you, but many people indeed, because we don't know what we don't know in life, isn't it? So even with good intention, many people fall into the little bit of a gambling trap or not taking trading seriously. So if you are serious, which I believe you are, so this could be something for you to consider. And with all of this said, we are completing our session for today. As always, a real pleasure to begin the week with you. And hopefully this session is always helpful to you. It's always, a little bit a part of your habits and good habits when it comes to preparing for the week ahead. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next week. Trade well, my friends. See you soon. And if you need anything from us, for sure, happy to help. Connect with us. Maybe I'll share one last link. If you go to tradewithufos/questions, you will get to see a beautiful forum where if you have trading questions, this is for everyone, by the way. You don't need to be a client. You can come to our forum and you can post your questions or read about other traders' questions and learn more about trading as well this way. And definitely, this is one way for you to connect with us. For sure, you can also feel free if you are subscribed to the newsletter in LinkedIn. For sure, you can connect with me on LinkedIn and we can private message as well. Anyway, everybody, you guys take care. My pleasure as always. See you in the next one.